students, breaking down of First Amendment liberties, and getting away from a meritocracy that says merit means something in education and academia as it does in the rest of society. So it's a thrilling time to see, just by attitude and words, the president is already having some significant impact, and then putting through executive orders that says, I'm going to back this up until Congress is able to get its act together in both the House and the Senate, Education Committee, Health Committee, or the Ways and Means Committees for the financial structure. The old things are past, the new things are come, getting back to what makes it work.
Yeah, let's talk about that, Chairman, because the contrast between the Biden and Trump administration could not be more stark. There could not be a greater contrast between the two. 4 years from now, if we were to see another shift in the country, all of these gains that we're seeing, this common sense that's returned, could be lost. How do we make sure that that doesn't happen, that our children are not like ping pong balls on a political table that are bounced back and forth depending upon who controls the White House? I mean, common sense has to have an anchor in this country.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. And that's the crux of the problem. This president will do what he told the people he would do. And what he told the people he would do got 77 million votes, the largest vote count in history for his presidency. And the two town halls that I hosted today already, and that's why I'm hoarse right now, we expressed that. So he will do executive orders, and it will have the weight of law, but only as long as he's there, or another president who will abide by those and continue those policies. That's why Congress has to step up in both the House and the Senate and find a means by which we can codify some of these wonderful principles and executive orders that this president's putting forward. That's not going to be easy to do because of the vote count we have. So let me jump to a second thing, if I could, Tony, and that gets into politics, and I recognize that. But the only way this president has 4 years in office is if he has a majority Republican Congress for 2 more years after these two. Because if that changes, one house moves to the Democrat side, then all we have is impeachment again. And it stops Trump with his ability to make permanent through legislative action. And I think the bully pulpit that will bring some Democrats across. Look at what Fetterman is doing now, and a few other Democrat senators who are starting to talk sense. Seeing that the American people are tired of this progressive socialist philosophy that takes away freedoms from common sense individuals with traditional values and otherwise.
Right.
And think if we give him these 2 years and 2 more, that's imperative.
It is. It's cultural. There has to be a cultural shift, and obviously the policies help influence that. But as you were talking about earlier, educational heads that have been sold out to the left are saying, yeah, what do we need to do to come in line? We're seeing this with corporate America dropping DEI and all of these woke policies. So elections matter. They certainly do. And it has a shaping influence upon our culture. It's not the anchor that we needed. We've got to have a spiritual awakening in this country to return to transcendent truth. But we just have about a minute and a half left. Department of Education, does it go away or does it stay?
Well, it certainly gets depowered. I'm looking forward to working with Linda McMahon. I was a real wrestler, and I'm not going to pick a bone with her about that. But she does know what a KO is from the World Wrestling Federation. She knows that. We need to do some KOs of agencies, of programs. We need to shift some of those responsibilities. The Civil Rights Division of the Department of Education did not stop the anti-Semitic activity on campuses. Let's give that to the Justice Department. They can handle that. The Treasury Department can cut checks for student loans or for our K-12 system until we abolish the Department of Education. They can do it just as well as the Department of Education. And so we have to find means by which we can do what we can do with the votes that we have to start to back down from something that really has hurt us since its inception in 1979, with over $1 trillion spent and no good outcomes.
Absolutely, without question. Well, it's going to be very, very interesting and I think encouraging to watch this process unfold. By the way, Tim, did you have a stage name when you wrestled?
The only name I didn't want was Fish, and I didn't want to flop on my back. So we learned how to wrestle and move forward.
All right, talk to you soon. All right, folks, stick with us. We're back with...
Jesus said in John 15, "These things I've spoken to you, that my joy may remain in you, and that your joy may be full." In 2024, in these divided and uncertain times, how can this be possible? By abiding in Him through His Word. At Family Research Council, we want to help you do that, which is the reason for the Stand on the Word Bible reading plan. In just 10 to 15 minutes each day, you will have read the entire Bible in just 2 years. But more importantly, you will be abiding in Him daily. Find our Bible reading plan at frc.org/Bible and join Tony Perkins each weekday for a 10-minute devotional inspired by the daily reading and designed to encourage you on this journey through the Bible. Listen on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and YouTube. And remember, the grass withers and the flower fades, but the word of our God will stand forever.
Hi, I'm Jerry Drace.
And I'm Becky Drace.
Question for today, what is love? Well, here's one answer. Love is something that never fails. 1 Corinthians 13, verse 8 says,
Love never fails. Whether there are prophecies, they'll fail. Whether there are tongues, they will cease. Whether there is knowledge, it will vanish away.
Let's get back to the basics. The basic is God is love. The Bible teaches that all the earth and all creation are temporary. It also says that all things are an expression of the love of God. God loves you, and He loves your family.
You know, the only element in the universe that will carry you for eternity is the love of God and your response to His love. Teach your family this.
And show your family the importance of the love of God through Jesus. Teach them the importance of true, pure, unfailing love.
And remember, love never fails.
Learn more at hopeforthehome.org. This has been a moment of hope for your home.
Have you heard of the Freedom Trail in Boston? Well, we're going to see it in October. Hello, everyone. I'm Tim Wildman, president of American Family Association and American Family Radio. That's our new trip